So I was taking a look at my analytics today and I noticed that we've been receiving a lot of brand new viewers and new subscribers to the channel, which is absolutely fantastic. For everybody that has been viewing the videos and subscribed as of recently, thank you. I appreciate you being here. Welcome to the FBG fam. And I know this is something that I don't normally do here on the channel, where I just sit down in front of the camera and talk to you guys, but it is something that I want to continue doing and I want to do more often. I'm thinking once or twice a month maybe. Let me know in the comments down below what you think, where I just sit down in front of the camera, talk to you guys as if we're having a conversation, give you an update of the channel direction, give you an update of myself, and kind of get an update with you guys. Let me know in the comments down below what's been going on with you, because I think doing that helps to form a strong community on a channel, which has always been one of my main goals, my main focuses for this channel specifically, is to develop a strong knit community that feels more like a family than anything, and a safe place for you to come, vent, give your frustrations, talk about anything that you want to talk about, and know that I'm here for you, right? And I notice other content creators do this as well, like MTash, Rhymestyle, and I'm sure many others, where they just kind of sit down, talk in front of the camera, give you updates, get updates from you guys, and I think that's pretty cool. It gives you a little more insight on myself, has you a little more integrated in the channel and knowing where we're going specifically, because I will say there's a lot going on right now, and I know there's been a lot going on the channel as of recently, and I just kind of want to update you guys on all of that today. So I hope you enjoy, and once again, let me know how often you would like to see these. I'm thinking once or twice a month, just as a quick update. So let's talk about what's going on here on the channel, because let me tell you something, there are tons of bangers. There is a lot happening within the sphere or genre of mobile gaming, but not just mobile gaming, like ARPGs. Like, there's just a lot happening. Let's go ahead and talk about it. So I want to talk about Genshin Impact first, because I know most of my subscribers, most of you guys that view me, are obviously from Genshin Impact, and we've been receiving a lot of subscribers from my Only Man series that we have here on the channel. I just hit my mic. That we have here on the channel, which is fantastic. I love doing that series. I have a new one coming out here hopefully soon, episode 4, and I know a lot of you have subscribed because of that, and we'll continue doing the Only Man series. It just takes a lot of time, but regardless, Genshin Impact is a game that we'll always cover here on the channel. That's not going anywhere, and it never will, but it will probably be scaled back quite significantly compared to what we were doing, which was just the main focus of the channel. We were just solely doing Genshin Impact. But what I realized about myself a little while ago is that I can't focus just on one game, especially Genshin Impact. The monotony is just something I don't do well with. And so in order to not fall into the same habits that I've fallen into before, I need variety in my life. I love Genshin Impact. I love it for what it is. But I need to be able to cover other things, and that's why you've been seeing other games on the channel as of recently. But Genshin Impact will always be here. Genshin Impact will always be a part of the channel. It's just not going to be the sole focus anymore. It's not what we're going to dump everything into. So I hope you guys can understand that and be okay with it, and I hope you enjoy variety other than Genshin Impact, especially during the slow periods. We all know that Genshin Impact has lull periods, right? There's some very hype times where we get new characters, we get new regions, and all of that is great. New story, those are hype times, and of course we'll be covering it, we'll be going over it, we'll do the hype polls, we'll live stream as always. But I want to also dabble into other things and look into other games, because I do have interest in other games. And I think I mentioned this before on stream, I think I'm small enough right now as a channel to be able to experiment with other games and it not hurt the channel that badly. Not to mention the games that we do experiment with, like Punishing Gray Raven, Wuthering Waves, Tower of Fantasy maybe, are games that are extremely similar to Genshin Impact, so it's not that big of a jump or change, and it's not as drastic like I've done in the past before, right? So Genshin Impact always be on the channel. We'll continue to live stream it, we'll continue to cover it. I'm continuing the Only Man series, so no worries there. Genshin Impact's not going anywhere. Let's talk about Punishing Gray Raven. Punishing Gray Raven's on fire right now. I don't know if you guys are aware, if you've been seeing my videos, but Punishing Gray Raven is absolutely cooking and eating good right now, between the CN version with their new update that's happening and the brand new Bianca that looks absolutely fantastic. I'm telling you guys, if you're a fan of the characters that I'm a fan of in Genshin Impact, you are going to love these characters in Punishing Gray Raven as well, because they look great and the coatings or skins for these characters are just off the charts, and they even have skins for the weapons, which is incredible. So if you guys are into that, I implore you, check out Punishing Gray Raven. We just did a live stream for it, our first one. It was a blast. I had such a good time, and I plan on doing more. And we have a collab coming up with Nier Automata, so if you guys are a fan of that, be looking out for that on the global side of Punishing Gray Raven. So Punishing Gray Raven is just, it's cooking. Absolutely on fire right now, and I'm so excited to be back into that game. And you guys seem to really like it as well, supporting the videos, which is fantastic. Coming out to the live stream that we had, and we'll be having another one, I think, tonight, if I'm not mistaken, just depending on when you're seeing this video. So Punishing Gray Raven is going to now be a staple on the channel because I've just been having a good time with it. And I'm going to be getting a second monitor for the games that I play on PC, so that way I can have the live stream up. It'll just be a lot easier for me. I don't need to go all deep into it. It'll just be a lot easier in terms of streams and videos and stuff. Wuthering Waves. Wuthering Waves is having a technical test here on, I believe, July 4th. I don't think I got in, which is unfortunate. I believe I would have received an email by now or an update. I don't think I got into the technical test, but that's okay. It's just a technical test. They're going to come out with the beta hopefully relatively soon. Hopefully we can get into the beta and start really diving into that game. Wuthering Waves is a game that I'm extremely excited about. That should be no secret, and one that I really want to cover heavily here on the channel when we officially can, right? I'm just waiting for new information, waiting to be able to actually play it and things of that nature. So it's just kind of a waiting game right now. I got some videos on the channel about it if you want to check it out, more like lore and theory crafting on what's happening. But until we can actually play the game, we're just kind of in the waiting room for Wuthering Waves. But that was one of the main reasons why I jumped back into Punishing Gray Raven, is because of Wuthering Waves and having to wait for Wuthering Waves. I figured Punishing Gray Raven will be a good bridge until we can get there. So, and then I fell in love with Punishing Gray Raven all over again. Anyways, I digress. Moving on. So Wuthering Waves, can't wait. Excited about that. Moving on from there, Aethergazer. So I've never talked about Aethergazer here on the channel, never even looked into it or done any videos on it, but it appears that they're having global, and it appears that there is a beta coming out relatively soon, which is absolute heat. If you haven't seen Aethergazer, I implore you, check out Chaotic, a good friend of the channel. Check out his video, check out his channel. He's been in the beta. He's got a roadmap, I believe, out for Aethergazer, if I'm not mistaken. That game looks heat. If you're into Punishing Gray Raven, into Genshin Impact 3rd, games very similar to that, Aethergazer is right up your alley. Even if you're not, like if you're just solely Genshin Impact, try it out. Characters look great, animations look great, combat looks great. I implore you, and I think it might be a game we cover here on the channel. Maybe it might be one that we kind of like sprinkle in here and there. I may try out the beta, even though they do have the CN version. I might try out the beta just to see. Let me know in the comments down below. Would you like to see Aethergazer here on the channel? We'll have to see. Moving on from there, probably last but not least, Tower of Fantasy. Tower of Fantasy is controversial for me. It's not. So if I cover Tower of Fantasy, it won't be one that I cover in terms of like guides or giving a lot of information on, because I wouldn't be that guy. I have never even played Tower of Fantasy. I tried to get in the most recent beta that just ended. Couldn't get in. I fumbled the bag. It was on me, but I couldn't get in. And there's just other people that are all over it. Like Holius, I know, is a content creator that covers Tower of Fantasy extensively. Been there since day one. So if you want information about it, about Tower of Fantasy, in terms of characters, meta, what you need info wise, check out Holius. But for me personally, I think if I cover Tower of Fantasy here on the channel, it'll be more just for fun. And I think I'll be really focused on like PvP and the Battle Royale. I keep hitting my mic. The Battle Royale content side of it. And maybe like get hype about the characters, you know, like how I do normally on Genshin Impact. You know, get into a Discord call with my friends, and we do Battle Royale, and we try and stomp and get all the kills and whatnot. I think it would just be one of those fun content creating type of games that I do, instead of a more of like info heavy. So that is Tower of Fantasy, and basically those are the games that I'm looking at covering here on the channel and having in a nice rotation. So just a recap: Genshin Impact, core always going to be here. We'll focus on new characters, focus on new regions. We'll live stream it consistently. Punishing Grey Raven, getting back into it, gonna cover it extensively, go over characters, live stream it, and all that good stuff. So Punishing Grey Raven will be in rotation. Wuthering Waves is going to be, once I can, be a game that I just focus on heavily. I think Wuthering Waves will be the game that is probably going to take up most of it, just depending on how good it is, which I think it's going to be fantastic. But it will probably be the game that I dump my most time and effort into is Wuthering Waves, and then have the other two, Punishing Grey Raven and Genshin Impact, on rotation. That's just being transparent and honest with you guys. And then we have Aethergazer, still thinking about. I'm going to leave it up to you guys to see if you would like to see it on the channel. Give it a shot myself and see if I really enjoy it, but it looks great. So that might be in rotation. And then Tower Fantasy, maybe just as a fun variety, throw it in there when I don't have nothing else to cover, right? And do some battle royales and just stomp with the boys and have a good time, or the girls if you guys want to join in. So yeah, that's just an update, just a quick channel update, give you a quick update on myself. So that's everything. Once again, let me know in the comments down below how you guys are doing. Let me know if you like videos like this just as an update, and you want to see more of this, more on like a frequent kind of schedule, I guess is the right word to put it. Once a month, twice a month. Anyways, I'm gonna get on out of here. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Thank you guys for everything that you do for me here on the channel. It is truly appreciated, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. My name is Cody. I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.